Why is Denims posing with Nazi leaders to promote her own? Hassan really letting his fellow leftist get this desperate. 4.1k likes. I honestly should just like completely sell out, okay? Completely give up everything I believe in, all right? And just appeal to either like H3H3's audience or appeal to Asmongold's audience. Option 3, I guess, would be to appeal to Hassan's audience, but judging by what Denims has to do to make money to cover for this lawsuit, which is, you know, sell herself online, I don't necessarily think that's the route I want to go down. By the way, Willie Mac Show thought this was such a banger tweet that he reposted it. He reposted his own tweet. Like, this thing came out 17 hours ago and he's reposting it. Brother, it's not that good of a tweet. Why is Denims posing with the Nazi leaders to promote her OnlyFans? Dumbass, look at the fucking, it's the court filings for the lawsuit, you fucking retard. Ethan Klein is the one who put these images in the lawsuit, okay? So if you wanna ask questions, take it up with Ethan Klein. But your retarded virtue signaling of why is she posing with Nazi leaders? Brother, give it a rest. That's from Ethan's court doc, you fucking window licker. That's so funny. Sorry. Her posing with it is making fun of it and nowhere near as absurd as the fact that Ethan put it there to make reference to Hassan. Out of all the pages from the lawsuit, she poses with Hitler. She sure got him, lol. Bro, she's promoting her OF. She is literally promoting her OF. And I don't know if you noticed, okay, this 4.1k likes, more people are probably aware of this image now because of how provocative it is to use a photo of Gasmaster Supreme, okay? That's why she took the photo. She wants to up the numbers on the OF, make a little bit of money so that she's not in fucking debt when it comes. I mean, listen, this is a good pick, all right? What do we want me to say? Gamer from Mars had a funny one. What a disturbing world that her simps are probably secretly happy Ethan is suing her because it's causing her to fall deeper into sex work to pay legal fees. The funny thing about Willie Mac Show is like he cannot let it go. I don't understand why. Here's what X8 had to say. To be fair, it's pretty obviously meant to show the absurdity of Ethan Klein including that in a lawsuit about copyright infringement. By arguing that it's absurd she's showing it, you're making the argument for her. Why the fuck is that included in this lawsuit? Willie Mac Show then goes, if you read the lawsuit, it seems pretty obvious that it's there to show Ethan's arguments and the reason why Snark and Denims hate him so much. If you think her posing an OF promotion pic with Hitler is a W, it can certainly be your opinion, lol. Dude, this guy sucks. All right, first of all, it's funny. Okay, forget about all the context. This is funny. Forget about everything. A pretty girl in a accountant outfit with her fucking leggings up, okay? All right, with a Hitler photo. This is kind of funny. Am I wrong? Is this not edgy? Is this not funny? Is this not exactly the type of shit that Belle Delphine was doing a couple years ago? Now listen, if you don't like women selling themselves online, if that's the issue you have, say that. But don't virtue signal. I can't believe it. She's posing with the German guy. I can't believe it. He's so bad. Like, bro, we get it. We get it, bro. Like, what do you want? Round of applause? Like, you're the top goy? Motherfuckers be making 9/11 jokes, you know? People be making World War II jokes, okay? All of a sudden, somebody you politically disagree with makes a little, you know, smutty photo with a Hitler, you know? Like, bro, is it really that deep? If you think her posing an OF promotion pic with Hitler is a W, that can certainly be your opinion, lol. From what I've heard, it's pretty standard for civil suits like this to explain why you're the good guy and everyone else is the bad guy. He's trying to show malicious intent. Is it necessary? Probably not. Don't see why any of this context would make Denims posing with Hitler look good though, lol. If Willie Mac Show could get a 1 million view video, okay, and all he had to do was film himself like putting Ethan Klein's nutsack in his mouth, he would do it. He would gobble, okay? He would fucking gobble like a little turkey, okay? There is no level to which this little freak won't sink. Denim's bad. Denim's bad. That's what everybody says. Everybody says Denim's bad, so Denim's bad. Listen, y'all, I find it funny. I do find it funny that Ethan Klein has pushed Denims to the point of having to sell her body even more than she already was, okay? Even more, to a new level to pay for the lawsuit. That is funny. Like, objectively, you look at everything, that's a funny thing that happened, all right? Now, is it fair? Is it nice? Is it okay? Probably not. But, like, you can acknowledge something's funny when it's funny. Willie Mac Show out here being like, Denim's bad, guys. I can't believe this. Like, she's posing with Le German Gasser. Like, bro, we get it. Now, here's what you guys are probably here for, okay? You guys want me to shit on Denims. All right, let's do it. She had a 100K goal, which, by the way, 100K for a lawsuit just really isn't enough. Usually for these types of lawsuits, if they go to trial, you're looking at 250K. Like, that's the type of numbers that I've been hearing, okay? She's only raised 38,000, so no surprise. She's got to get that that. Just for context, when H3 went against Matt Haas, okay, they raised $170,000 for legal fees. But if we look on the H3 fandom, okay, we can look back and see that Ethan grossly underestimated the cost of his own legal fees. This was regarding the FUPA fund, because remember, the idea was that the $170,000 that they raised, that wasn't supposed to just be for H3. That was supposed to be, okay, we'll do our lawsuit and then we're gonna create the FUPA fund so that anyone who gets copyright lawsuits against them, okay, we'll fund them. And obviously that wasn't enough because $54,000 is what cost 1 month of attorney work for the Ethan Klein case back in the day against Matt Haas. Now, important to remember, this is around 2016, 2017 when this is going on. So you can imagine inflation, all that. The money is not worth what it is today. Okay, actually, let's see how much 170 back then is worth today. All right, let's hit this calculating button. Oh, wow. So 170,000 back in 2016 is equivalent to 220. Jesus, that's how bad inflation's been. Holy fuck. So yeah, 170K. So 170K back then is 227,000 this year. So yeah, dude, it's going to be tough. If it cost them 54,000 for a month of attorney work back then, that's for the H3 Matt Haas case. And our girl is only at 38,000 in today's money. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Look, I think you guys know my stance on this type of stuff. I don't like that there's a lawsuit going on. I think it's a bit petty. But at the end of the day, what am I going to do? I can fucking control anything. I can give my opinion. I can say I think Ethan Klein's being grimy. I think he's being slimy. I think it's very fucked up. And then people are going to say, well, DENIMS encouraged CPS. DENIMS encouraged CPS. And I guess if you're looking at it like there's no bad methods, only bad targets. And look, if you want to be mad at a clip like this,
create any bad memory for them. You're not forming memories at 3 years old. And it's very rare that you're forming memories at 5 years old.
Like if you want to be upset about this clip, I get it, because this was so tone deaf. It was so stupid to say right after the CPS call happened. Like, this is your justification, is that, oh, the kids won't even remember it anyways, man. Which, by the way, again, that's not necessarily the case. And even if they don't remember it, you have to remember that trauma doesn't necessarily have to have memory attached to it. Oftentimes, trauma can just stem from things that happened from when you were a baby that you don't even remember. So yeah, giga tone deaf thing for her to say. And it's not like she's innocent, okay? She's not an innocent little princess, okay? In fact, quite frequently, I find her to be a nasty bitch, okay? I'll just put cards on the table. What do you want me to say? She's a nasty bitch sometimes. But when you talk about CPS, when you talk about everything that happened, first off, we don't know if DENIMS is the one that made the call. We don't know if it's somebody that was watching DENIMS. We don't know. Nobody knows. To this day, I haven't seen H3 come out and say, this is the person who made the call, okay? I just haven't seen that. Maybe he should spend more time going after that person, but instead he's going after DENIMS. But here's the thing I want to point out. Watch this clip.
You're right. I'm sorry for what I've done to you, but I didn't do it for no reason. I did it because of all this other stuff that you had done first.
Sorry, but that makes her sound even crazier. You don't lie about people's kids and have CPS go to their house because somebody was mean to you.
Lie about people's kids. Continue playing. And again, he's saying here that DENIMS made the call. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. DENIMS did not make CPS go to his house.
You don't lie about people's kids and have CPS go to their house because somebody was mean to you.
This video is still up, public. People can watch this.
Do you not see how psychotically insane, how warped and broken your brain is? Holy shit, dude.
She sounds like a little kid. You did it first.
Call me names. If you say I'm in, well, you already do. You don't talk about my kids eating dog shit.
You don't talk about my kids eating dog shit. Really? You don't, huh? Well, let's have a look at your fucking podcast.
Well, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that.
What? What is that, Ethan Klein? Sonny, your son is crawling around putting what in his mouth?
That age, he has giardia.
Oh, he has giardia. So again, I can understand if you don't like DENIMS because of her politics. I can understand if you feel she, gave a safe space for the snarkers and the CPS callers. But at the end of the day, if you don't want this type of shit to, that's funny that I said, if you don't want this type of situation where people are talking about your kid consuming your dog's shit, okay? Maybe don't say it on your podcast. Maybe don't say, yeah, my son is crawling around eating dog shit.
He's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that.
And that you're going to go back and then say, actually, DENIMS, why would you say that?
Call me names. If you say I'm in, well, you already do. You don't talk about my kids eating dog shit. Call me a bitch. Call me a...
Only Ethan Klein can talk about the stuff that he puts on his podcast, okay? Only Ethan Klein can talk about his kid eating dog shit, okay? Only he can. Bro, you put it on your podcast where thousands of people watch, And guess what? You have a bunch of people that don't like you, and they saw it too. You know, he likes to go with this idea that Denims called CPS. Motherfucker, 25K concurrent, 30K concurrent people are watching you say things like this. Sonny's crawling around, putting things in his mouth. Now Sonny has giardia. Like, dude, it could have been one of your fans that was like, you know what? This is a bit crazy. I'm gonna make a call. Now, I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not saying that's good. I think that's bad, okay? I don't think that's ideal. But like, you're blaming Denims because you don't like Denims, all right? And now there's this whole lawsuit, and yeah, I'm gonna come out and say it. Denims is giga fucked. She's probably not gonna have enough money to win this lawsuit, or at least pay lawyers to help her win this lawsuit. She's probably gonna have to settle. She's probably like, listen, she's fucked, okay? That's the reality. She's fucked here. She's gonna have to do OF until she's old and wrinkly, like 57 years old, and by then she'll finally have paid off H3, okay? But for the love of God, please stop acting like Ethan is the total victim in this scenario. Ethan is very much culpable for what happened. He shouldn't have been discussing his family's shit problems live on air to tens of thousands of people, and in my opinion, this lawsuit is 100% to get back at Denims, to get back at Frogan, and to get back at Casey Tron. Which again, I didn't even know Casey Tron had beef with H3. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know Casey Tron was still streaming. But yeah, end of the day, Frogan's cooked, Denims cooked, and Casey Tron's cooked. And does this do anything positive for the state of copyright? Does this do anything good for the community the way H3 was saying it was going to? No, it won't. It'll make H3 feel slightly better about everything that's happened this year, and yeah, I don't know, his audience is gonna eat it up like slop, okay, like Sonny, okay, they're gonna eat it up like Sonny. Ethan, if I have any recommendation for you, clips like this.
Sonny's crawling around, he's putting everything in his mouth, he's at that age, he has giardia.
Clips like this, okay, where you're talking about your child, okay, don't do this. This is dumb. Rule of thumb, do not discuss your family's intestinal issues on stream. That's insane. I don't know where you thought that was a good idea. I don't know why you thought that sharing what your kid is going through in terms of his poop viscosity. I don't think anyone needed to hear that, okay? I think it's gross. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's good content. But hey, man, 2.68 million subs, okay? Top 5 podcast on all of YouTube. Maybe you're doing something that I'm not doing right, okay? Maybe I gotta start talking about my shit problems to get views. Anyways, moral of the story, everyone that I talked about in this video sucks. El bozo to all of them, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.